One last thing I want you to do for this assignment, and this is truly to help you get through it a little bit faster, is if you look at the final product, there's a lot of the same color on different objects in here. And as you go through the tutorial, it'll tell you what those colors are. So anytime you do a website, you're going to have to decide on the colors for that website before you start the website. And this is the same process. You would take those colors and you would put them together in a group so that you could use them easily in Illustrator and Photoshop and any other application that you would use to create the assets for that website. So I'm going to go ahead and have you create a swatch at this point. So up here on our options bar, we do have that quick selection of colors. These are the ones that were provided by Adobe. But if you go ahead and you click on this folder looking, it says new color group. And you go ahead, and I'm just going to name this Garden Lab. Please ignore in the videos the lab numbers might be different than what your actual lab numbers are for this semester. Just want to clarify that. Okay, so now that you have that, you can start adding colors to this color group that are going to be in this, we're going to call it a project. Same as if it was a website. We would want all the colors we're going to use for quick access. You're not going to want to have to key in these exact color numbers every time you get to an object. There's several ways you can add colors to that new swatch group that you created. So basically the swatch group is selected. You can just come in here, and I already set the first one. And what I did is I just went through and I found the first color it assigned, which happened to be the color of the carrots. So that's assigned to my foreground color because I can see it here. Now if I go back in this drop down, you can see it's still highlighted. If it's not, you can click on this folder name. It's not going to hurt anything. And the second to the, I guess that's the right side, is a new swatch. If you click on that, you're going to see it's going to ask you, hey, you can keep that red, green, blue value, or you can give it a name. And I'm just going to say carrot color, or just carrot. And anytime I find any other piece of the drawing that uses that same carrot color. Or you could leave it the red, green, blue, and then you would know exactly. I honestly don't care what you call it or anything like that. What I want you to do is start building that swatch. So then I just go back down through this. And I believe that darker color is also used. So I'm going to assign that darker color as well. I think it's used later in the handles of the garden tools. So this is just darker color you're putting on the carrots. So I'm just having you go through. Okay, that wasn't this color. This was, oh, this is for the carrot top. So I missed the darker color. I'm not going to go back and find it, but this is definitely the color for the carrot top. So I'm going to set that color, and I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on that folder, and I'm going to add that swatch to that as well. Carrot top, you can, I don't know, do anything that's going to help you figure out what color they're asking for. So just by creating this color swatch, you'll be able to easily click on those colors instead of having to key in those red, green values every time. You're just learning. This is your first major drawing assignment, and you're going to accidentally recolor things because if you don't click off of an object before you change the color, you're going to change the color of whatever you have selected. Until you learn, it's just going to happen. And so this is going to help you through that process. I'm also going to ask you to turn in a screenshot of this as well. And if you're not aware, the easiest way to get a screenshot is to use the snipping tool that's basically built into Windows. So if you just do a search for snipping tool, it's loaded with Windows. You won't have any issues. I'm just going to click on what I want to happen here is I want to see that swatch, and then I'm going to click on, oh, it's going to disappear. Okay, I'll figure out a way, and because this is going to keep going away, so I'll figure out a way for you to show me that you actually did this step for the lab assignment. So all you're going to need to do is submit that one Illustrator file because the swatch is going to be saved with the file. So I'll be able to check and make sure that you created that swatch as part of the assignment.